There's a scene I often imagine, a lone ship weathering a storm, its sails torn and its mast creaking under the immense pressure of the wind. Yet it endures, steady and determined, because its anchor holds firm. For me, resilience is that anchor. It's not about avoiding life's storms but about facing them head-on, grounded in strength and clarity. Stoicism taught me how to build that anchor, how to face every challenge with unyielding resolve. Let me take you on a journey through the Stoic exercises that have transformed my mental and emotional resilience. The foundation of resilience, embracing adversity. I used to fear discomfort, rejection, failure, uncertainty. These things terrified me, but Stoicism offered a radical perspective. Adversity is not something to run from, it's a gift. Epictetus's words echo in my mind, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. So, I began to embrace challenges intentionally. Every morning, I practiced premeditatio malorum, the Stoic exercise of imagining worst-case scenarios. For instance, before a critical presentation, would picture forgetting my words or losing my audience's attention. Initially, it seemed counterproductive, but it did something extraordinary. By visualizing failure, I robbed it of its power over me. When challenges arose, I was prepared, calm, and resilient, building mental fortitude, the power of perspective. The Stoics taught me the incredible importance of perspective. Marcus Aurelius would remind himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words became my mantra. When I faced a particularly grueling project at work, I felt overwhelmed. But I paused and reframed the situation through the Stoic lens. Instead of seeing it as an insurmountable mountain, I saw it as a series of steps. I reminded myself that my role wasn't to control the outcome but to give my best effort. Each time self-doubt crept in, I repeated, "This too shall pass." The shift was transformative. Resilience isn't just about enduring difficulty, it's about changing how we see it. Stoicism gave me that vision. Emotional resilience, the art of indifference. One of the most challenging lessons was learning to remain indifferent to external opinions and outcomes. I vividly remember the first time I truly applied this principle. A colleague unfairly criticized my work, and my instinct was to defend myself. But then I thought of Epictetus's words, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." Instead of reacting, I paused. I asked myself, is this criticism within my control? Can I use it to improve? To my surprise, the criticism revealed a minor but valid oversight in my work. I thanked the colleague and moved on, without resentment or self-recrimination. This exercise, repeated over time, taught me that emotional resilience comes from mastering our responses. By choosing how I react, I reclaimed my peace. Physical resilience, training the body and mind. The Stoics believed that physical challenges strengthen the mind. Inspired by Seneca, who wrote about the benefits of voluntary discomfort, I began incorporating deliberate hardships into my life. Cold showers, fasting, and rigorous exercise became my training ground. Each time I resisted the urge to avoid discomfort, I felt a surge of strength. These small victories over my instincts built resilience that spilled over into other areas of life. If I could endure physical discomfort, I could handle emotional and mental challenges with greater ease. Resilience in relationships. Navigating conflict with grace. Relationships are fertile ground for practicing resilience. Stoicism taught me to approach conflicts with empathy and rationality, even when emotions ran high. When a close friend misunderstood my intentions during a difficult conversation, I resisted the urge to react defensively. Instead, I practiced sympathia, the Stoic concept of recognizing our shared humanity. I thought of Marcus Aurelius's reminder: whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? This shift in perspective allowed me to approach the conversation with patience and understanding. The result? A resolution that strengthened our bond instead of breaking it. Daily Stoic exercises for resilience: morning reflection, premeditatio malorum. Visualize potential challenges for the day and how you'll respond to them. This practice prepares your mind for adversity and fosters calmness. Journaling. At the end of each day, I write down the difficulties I faced and how I handled them. This exercise not only tracks my growth but also reinforces resilience. Negative visualization. Regularly imagine life without the things you value: health, loved ones, or material comforts. This practice cultivates gratitude and reduces fear of loss. Voluntary discomfort. Introduce small, controlled hardships into your life. Fast for a day, take a cold shower, or choose to walk instead of driving. These acts build mental toughness. Meditation on control. Whenever stress arises, pause and categorize the situation into two buckets: what is within your control and what isn't. Focus your energy solely on the former. Resilience in action. Real-life applications. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its practicality. Resilience isn't just a theory, it's a way of life. Whether dealing with professional setbacks, personal losses, or global uncertainties, Stoic principles have been my compass. I recall the height of the pandemic, a time of collective anxiety and fear. Stoicism guided me through the chaos. I leaned on the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who faced plagues in his time, reminding himself to act rationally and serve the greater good. By focusing on what I could control, my actions, my contributions, my attitude, I found strength and clarity in the midst of uncertainty. The ripple effect of resilience. Resilience is not only personal but also profoundly social. By cultivating resilience in ourselves, we influence those around us. I remember a time when my team at work faced an overwhelming deadline. Tensions ran high, and morale was sinking. Rather than being swept up in the chaos, I anchored myself in Stoic principles. I remained calm and encouraged my colleagues to break the task into manageable steps. I reminded them of Epictetus's wisdom: we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Slowly, the atmosphere shifted. My composure inspired confidence in the team, and together we not only met the deadline but exceeded expectations. This experience taught me an invaluable lesson: resilience is contagious. When we embody steadiness and strength, we empower others to do the same. Stoicism in the face of loss. Life inevitably brings loss, whether of a loved one, a job, or a cherished opportunity. These moments test our resilience like nothing else. I recall the pain of losing someone close to me. The grief was overwhelming, but Stoicism offered a way to process it. Marcus Aurelius's meditations became my solace: you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. These words reminded me of the fleeting nature of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. Through the practice of gratitude, I found a way to honor their memory. Rather than being consumed by loss, I focused on the joy they had brought into my life and the lessons they had taught me. This perspective didn't erase the pain, but it transformed it into a source of strength and appreciation. Resilience as a lifelong practice. Resilience isn't a destination, it's a journey. Each day presents new challenges, and each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. There are still moments when doubt creeps in or when I feel overwhelmed, but Stoicism provides the tools to face them with courage. One exercise that continues to guide me is the view from above. When life feels overwhelming, I imagine myself rising above the earth, seeing the vastness of the universe and the smallness of my troubles. This perspective humbles me and reminds me of the bigger picture. Every time I practice this, I feel a deep sense of calm and purpose. My problems, once daunting, become manageable. My resilience grows, not as an unyielding wall but as a flexible and adaptable force, able to withstand the unpredictable winds of life. Living a resilient life, Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of living, a path that leads to resilience, fulfillment, and peace. By embracing its principles, I've transformed my approach to life's challenges. I've learned to stand firm in the face of adversity, to find strength in discomfort, and to inspire resilience in others. I now see every difficulty as a chance to grow, every setback as an opportunity to rise, and every storm as a reminder of the unshakable anchor within me. This is the gift of Stoicism, a gift I hope to share with you. Let's commit to this practice together. Let's build our resilience, not as a shield from life's storms but as a bridge to navigate them with grace and strength. Our resilience is not just for us, it's for the world we touch, the lives we influence, and the legacy we leave. Let us stand tall, not because life is easy, but because we are strong. Let us weather every storm, not because we are unbreakable, but because we know how to bend without breaking. Let us embody resilience, not as a fleeting state but as a lifelong journey, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. From theory to practice, daily exercises for building resilience. Resilience isn't built in a single moment, it's crafted through consistent, intentional practice. Over time, I've developed a set of Stoic exercises that have become part of my daily routine. These aren't grand gestures but small, powerful habits that keep my mind sharp and my spirit steady. Morning premeditation. Every morning, I spend a few quiet moments imagining potential challenges I might face that day. Maybe it's an unexpected delay, a disagreement with a colleague, or even a personal setback. This practice, inspired by Seneca's concept of premeditatio malorum, prepares my mind for adversity. I don't dwell on these scenarios in a negative way. Instead, I approach them with curiosity and preparation. I ask myself, how will I respond? What Stoic principle will guide me in that moment? By rehearsing resilience in my mind, I strengthen my ability to remain composed when challenges arise. Midday gratitude reset. Around lunchtime, I pause to reflect on what I'm grateful for. It could be as simple as the taste of my meal, the warmth of the sun, or the kindness of a friend. Gratitude shifts my focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in my life. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it provides a powerful perspective. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive. To think, to enjoy, to love. Evening reflection. At the end of each day, I sit quietly and review how I handled the day's events. Did I react with patience during moments of frustration? Did I let a fleeting setback cloud my mood? This practice, known as self-scrutiny, helps me identify areas for improvement without self-judgment. It's a chance to celebrate small victories and learn from missteps. Over time, this exercise has been transformative, teaching me to approach life with greater intentionality and awareness. Stoicism and resilience in action. A personal story. I'll never forget the week when everything seemed to go wrong. A major project at work derailed, I faced unexpected financial stress, and a close friend was going through a crisis. It felt as if the universe was testing my limits, but instead of crumbling under the weight of it all, I leaned into Stoicism. I reminded myself of Epictetus's teaching, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. I broke the overwhelming challenges into smaller, manageable steps. I communicated honestly with my team at work, prioritized the financial issues that needed immediate attention, and offered my friend a listening ear without taking on their burdens as my own. By the end of the week, nothing was perfect, but I had navigated the chaos with clarity and grace. That experience solidified my belief in the power of Stoicism to cultivate resilience, not as a theoretical concept but as a practical, life-saving tool. Resilience as a collective force. As I reflect on resilience, I realize it's not just an individual pursuit. It's something we build together. By practicing resilience, we create ripples that inspire others to do the same. When I share my struggles and triumphs with others, they often share theirs in return. This exchange creates a sense of community and mutual support. Together, we remind each other of the strength we all possess and the Stoic wisdom that guides us through life's storms. The path ahead. Embracing life with resilience. As I write these words, I feel a profound sense of purpose. Life will never be free of challenges, but it's how we meet those challenges that defines us. Stoicism has taught me that resilience is not just a skill but a way of life, a commitment to facing adversity with courage, clarity, and grace. To anyone reading this, I invite you to walk this path with me. Embrace the teachings of the Stoics, not as ancient relics but as living wisdom that can transform your life. Build your resilience, not in isolation but as part of a larger community striving for growth and strength. Together, let us face life's storms, not as victims but as warriors of the mind and spirit. Let us embody resilience, not as a fleeting ideal but as a lifelong journey, a journey guided by the unshakable principles of Stoicism. The resilient mind. Stoic practices for the future. Resilience isn't something you achieve and then set aside, it's a continuous, evolving practice. As I think about the future, I feel a deep excitement about the challenges and opportunities that await. This is the mindset Stoicism has cultivated in me, a readiness to engage with life, to embrace its complexity, and to grow stronger with each test. Building long-term resilience. One of the most profound lessons I've learned from the Stoics is the importance of preparation. It's not enough to react to life's challenges as they come, we must also proactively strengthen ourselves. For me, this means continually revisiting the core Stoic principles and integrating them into every facet of my life. I ask myself, am I practicing detachment from things outside my control? Am I cultivating gratitude daily? Am I prioritizing reason over impulse in my decision-making? This ongoing self-assessment keeps me grounded and ensures that I'm always moving toward greater resilience, mentoring resilience in others, one of the most rewarding aspects of my journey has been sharing it with others. Whether it's through writing, conversations, or teaching, I've discovered the incredible power of mentorship. When we help others build resilience, we deepen our own understanding and commitment to the practice. Sharing my experiences has not only strengthened my bonds with others but also reminded me of the collective power of Stoicism as a philosophy for life. The ripple effect of resilience. Resilience is contagious. I've seen how my own growth inspires others, family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. It's as if our collective strength multiplies when we share it. The Stoics believed in living a life that contributes to the greater good. For me, this means using my resilience to support those around me, to create spaces of calm in chaotic moments, and to foster understanding and compassion even in the face of disagreement. A vision for the future. As I look ahead, I'm filled with optimism. Not because I expect life to be easy, but because I know I have the tools to face whatever comes my way. Resilience isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up for life, day after day, with courage and clarity. My vision for the future is one where resilience becomes a shared value, a cornerstone of our communities, workplaces, and relationships. Imagine a world where we all approach life's challenges with the calm wisdom of a Stoic, where adversity brings out our best instead of breaking us down. The final reflection, resilience as a lifelong companion. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this journey, it's this: resilience is within your reach. It's not reserved for the extraordinary or the fortunate. It's a skill you can cultivate, a mindset you can adopt, and a philosophy you can live by. The Stoics remind us that we are stronger than we think, more capable than we believe, and more connected than we realize. Resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about facing life's storms with open arms, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. Resilience through every season of life. Life unfolds in seasons, times of abundance, times of scarcity, moments of joy, and periods of struggle. Resilience is the thread that connects them all. The Stoics teach us that we cannot choose the seasons, but we can choose how we meet them. I've found that my approach to resilience changes depending on where I am in life. During times of prosperity, resilience means staying humble and grateful, ensuring I don't lose sight of what truly matters. In moments of hardship, it's about digging deep into my inner strength, reminding myself that no storm lasts forever. This adaptability is the beauty of Stoic resilience. It's not rigid but flexible, capable of adjusting to the ebb and flow of life. Resilience in relationships. One area where Stoic resilience has been transformative for me is in my relationships. Whether it's with family, friends, or colleagues, life inevitably brings misunderstandings, conflicts, and disappointments. The Stoics taught me that my role in any relationship is not to control the other person but to control how I respond to them. When a disagreement arises, I pause and ask myself, am I reacting out of emotion, or am I responding with reason? What is within my power to improve this situation? Am I practicing empathy and understanding, even when it's difficult? This mindset has saved me from countless unnecessary arguments and deepened my connections with others. It has also shown me that resilience is not just about enduring challenges but about strengthening bonds and fostering harmony. Resilience and legacy. The Stoics often spoke about legacy, not in the sense of fame or fortune but in the impact we leave on the world. Resilience plays a central role in this. By living with integrity and strength, we create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate circle. I've come to see resilience as a gift I can pass on. Whether it's through raising resilient children, mentoring future leaders, or simply being a source of calm in a turbulent world, my resilience becomes a part of my legacy. Resilience in the face of global challenges. Today's world presents challenges that can feel overwhelming: climate change, political instability, social inequality. It's easy to feel powerless in the face of such vast problems, but Stoicism reminds me that while I cannot solve every global issue, I can contribute in meaningful ways. Resilience here means staying informed without becoming paralyzed, taking action within my sphere of influence, and inspiring others to do the same. The Stoic principle of sympathia, or interconnectedness, fuels my belief that individual acts of resilience can create a collective force for good. Together, we can face even the greatest challenges with courage and hope. The daily practice of resilience. Resilience is not a one-time achievement, it's a daily practice. Every morning, I set an intention to approach the day with strength and clarity. Every evening, I reflect on how I lived up to that intention. These daily rituals, rooted in Stoic philosophy, keep me grounded. Morning reflection, I remind myself of what I can control and release worries about what I cannot. Midday check-in, I pause to assess how I'm navigating the day's challenges and adjust if needed. Evening gratitude, I end the day by acknowledging what went well and what I've learned, no matter how small. These small but powerful practices ensure that resilience becomes a habit, woven into the fabric of my life. Your journey to resilience starts now. If you've ever doubted your ability to endure, let me assure you, resilience is already within you. It's waiting to be nurtured, strengthened, and unleashed. Start small. Begin with one Stoic principle that resonates with you, and integrate it into your daily life. Perhaps it's embracing the idea of control and focusing only on what's within your power. Or maybe it's practicing gratitude, even on your hardest days. As you build this foundation, you'll find that resilience grows naturally. It becomes a part of who you are, an unshakable core that anchors you through every storm. Resilience, the Stoic way. In the end, resilience is not about avoiding pain or difficulty, it's about transforming them into opportunities for growth. It's about facing life with courage, humility, and grace. The Stoics have been my guides on this journey, and their wisdom has changed my life. I hope that by sharing my story, I've inspired you to begin, or continue, your own path toward resilience. Together, we can embody the spirit of Stoicism and create a world where resilience isn't just an ideal but a way of life. Now, go forth with strength. You have everything you need to face life's challenges and emerge stronger than ever. This is the power of Stoic resilience, yours to claim and yours to live. Resilience, a lifelong companion. The journey of resilience isn't a destination, it's a lifelong commitment to growth, reflection, and action. Through every trial and triumph, the principles of Stoicism have been my unwavering guide. And what I've discovered along the way is this: resilience isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Every stumble is an opportunity to rise, every setback a chance to recalibrate, and every challenge a moment to refine our character. This truth has not only transformed how I navigate difficulties but has also reshaped how I view success. Resilience in action, stories that inspire. When I look to the stories of great figures, both ancient and modern, I see resilience embodied in countless ways. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who balanced the immense responsibilities of an emperor with the personal tragedies of his life. Despite the weight on his shoulders, he left us a legacy of wisdom and strength through his meditations. Closer to our time, there are stories of everyday people who have faced unimaginable hardships, loss, illness, failure, and emerged with a renewed sense of purpose. These individuals remind me that resilience is not limited to philosophers or heroes, it's a universal quality, accessible to us all. Reflecting on their stories fuels my own resilience. It reminds me that I am part of a larger human narrative, one where perseverance and hope shine even in the darkest moments. Stoic resilience, building a community. While resilience is deeply personal, it's also strengthened through community. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of all people, and this belief has guided me in building relationships that nurture resilience. When I face a challenge, I lean on the wisdom of those who have walked similar paths. I share my struggles and triumphs, not to seek validation but to foster connection. And in turn, I offer support to others, knowing that resilience thrives when it's shared. This sense of community extends beyond personal relationships. By embracing the Stoic principle of sympathia, I feel connected to a broader purpose, one where my resilience contributes to the greater good. A final reflection: resilience is your superpower. As I write these final words, I feel a surge of gratitude for the trials that have shaped me, the wisdom of the Stoics that has guided me, and the resilience that continues to grow within me. Resilience is not just a tool, it's a way of being. It's the quiet strength that carries us through life's storms, the spark that ignites our determination, and the compass that points us toward our highest potential. To you, the reader, I extend an invitation: embrace resilience. Not as a fleeting goal but as a lifelong companion. Lean into the teachings of Stoicism, and let them guide you toward a life of courage, clarity, and unwavering strength. You have the power to face anything. And when you do, you'll discover what the Stoics have always known: resilience is not just a virtue, it's the essence of a life well lived. Go forth and live resiliently. The world awaits your strength. Resilience beyond the individual, transforming society. Resilience isn't confined to personal growth, it ripples outward, shaping families, communities, and even societies. Stoicism teaches us that we are all part of the larger whole, a shared humanity interconnected through our actions, decisions, and values. In my own life, I've seen how practicing resilience not only strengthens my resolve but also inspires those around me. When I approach challenges with calm and clarity, it sets a tone for my family, my colleagues, and my community. This shared strength becomes a collective force, enabling us to face adversity together. Imagine what could be achieved if resilience were embraced on a societal scale. Stoic principles like justice, wisdom, and temperance could guide institutions and leaders toward decisions that prioritize long-term well-being over short-term gains. Resilience, in this sense, becomes a catalyst for positive change, reminding us that our struggles and triumphs are deeply interconnected. Stoic practices for lifelong resilience. As we close this exploration, I want to leave you with practical Stoic exercises that have profoundly shaped my journey of resilience. These are tools you can use every day to build and sustain your inner strength. 1. Daily reflection. Each evening, I set aside time to reflect on the day's events. What challenges did I face? How did I respond? What lessons can I carry forward? This simple practice keeps me grounded and allows me to learn from my experiences. 2. Negative visualization. Far from being pessimistic, This exercise helps me prepare for potential difficulties by imagining what could go wrong. When challenges arise, I feel less blindsided and more capable of responding with poise and determination. 3. Amor fati, embracing the concept of love of fate has been transformative. Instead of resisting the inevitable, I strive to accept and even embrace life's uncertainties, viewing them as opportunities for growth. 4. Gratitude practice. Resilience thrives in an environment of gratitude. Each morning, I list 3 things I'm grateful for. This simple act shifts my perspective, reminding me of the abundance and strength that already exist in my life. 5. Service to others. Nothing strengthens resilience like helping others. By focusing on how I can contribute to the well-being of those around me, I tap into a deeper sense of purpose and interconnectedness. A call to action, cultivating resilience in your life. As you read these words, I hope you feel the spark of possibility. Resilience is not reserved for the extraordinary, it is within each of us, waiting to be nurtured and unleashed. I challenge you to embrace Stoicism as a guide for your own resilience. Start small, with daily reflections or acts of gratitude. Gradually, integrate the practices that resonate most with you. And as you cultivate your inner strength, remember this: your resilience is a gift, not only to yourself but to the world. In every challenge lies an opportunity to grow. In every setback, a chance to rise stronger. This is the essence of resilience, and it is the foundation of a life well lived. Let Stoicism be your compass. Let resilience be your legacy. And let your journey inspire others to discover their own inner strength. The world needs your resilience now more than ever. Go forth, my friend, and live with courage, clarity, and unwavering determination. The path of resilience is yours to walk, and it is one of the most rewarding journeys you'll ever undertake. The Stoic promise of resilience: resilience isn't something we're born with, it's a skill we cultivate. Through the principles and practices of Stoicism, I've built an inner fortress, one that no storm can dismantle. I invite you to join me on this journey. Start small, reflect on a recent challenge and how you responded. Could Stoic exercises help you face similar situations with greater composure? Begin today, and watch as your resilience grows, transforming not only how you face life's storms but how you thrive in their wake. Let's embrace the path of the Stoic, not as unfeeling statues but as vibrant, resolute individuals who rise above every trial with grace and strength. Our resilience is our legacy. Let's make it unshakable.